harp players learn so much. All musicians learn from each other.
That's right.
And put together in this particular way, where one guy's following the next, a review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, you know,
it's kind of old school, really.
It is old school.
It's old school, yeah.
It's old school. Yeah. But it's a way of putting the pressure on you in an essential way.
Right.
Because somebody just went out there, did their best, and you go, damn. You know, and it's like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
You know?
But the funny thing is, I get myself into a place where I go, we're all different.
Yeah.
And that's really where I go, we're all different, and every one of us has something of our own that we can put into it and contribute that makes it still relevant. Right. And that's the important, because everybody is on a certain level.
Oh yeah, all these guys.
Yeah, there's nobody that's a slouch in this thing.
I love Aki.
Aki's awesome.
Man.
Yeah, he's really awesome.
That guy has really come along.
And John,
everybody.
John Nemeth and Sugar.
Everybody. They're real strong in what they do.
I agree.
It can sometimes put me in a place of like, oh man,
no, you're doing great though, man.
Thanks.
You're doing
great.
But
you get, like you were saying, it's like you have to get to a point where like it doesn't matter what they did.
That's right. And that is the point.
It doesn't matter what anybody else did.
Right.
All that matters is you have to communicate when you get out there on stage.
That's right.
You can't just be in your own little shell and I'm going to blow and do my thing. No, you have to put it out.
You have to put it out to the audience.
And that's what all these guys do. They really put it out.
Right.
And this band you have, man, you have the best mother bands.
Thank you.
Man. And
well,
Wes on drums.
I've made a real point of trying to really build it up over the years, to have a band that can cover everybody's stuff.
It's fantastic what these guys can do. Yeah. And Wes on drums.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, Wes is the best blues drummer I've ever played with.
Yeah. And he's a great roots drummer. He can play anything. He can play swing, he can play jazz, he can play country, he can play rock, he can play it all.
And he's got an unconventional way of playing the drum.
Unconventional.
He's a true joy to work with and to watch.
Yes.
All these guys,
That's right.
Anson Funderburg, Anson and Bob Welsh.
Yep.
Man, I haven't even heard 1/1,000,000th of what these guys can do.
Randy Bermudez.
Yeah.
They're all great.
They're all wonderful, man. They really are. And every time I played with you, and you had different guys.
Right.
Every time it's been really great. But I think this current aggregation is maybe the best.
It's a great, great group.
It's really fun. You know? I'm happy as a pig.
Thanks for coming out, Dick.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Mark.
And you're a real good guy to know, and it's great because we got a lot closer, I think, over the over COVID.
Yeah, we really did.
And the fact that you said to me after the last blowouts in 2020, you said, if you ever want to learn about music theory and chromatic and stuff like that, I'd love to help you. And it's been really cool to develop our friendship a lot more.
Yeah,
as a result of that.
And we've talked so far and wide about so much stuff.
Everything. Yeah.
Books, movies.
Right. Right. Well,
and you're an incredible film buff.
I am a film buff.
I enjoy movies, but I'm not at the level you are.
No, I'm ridiculous. I probably watch one every other day.
Yeah. Most of the time, what happens with me is I'm channel surfing,
Right.
And I'll see something come up, a movie.
Right.
I don't care if it's like, what I like to do is if it's in the middle of some movie, I like to guess exactly where in the full length of the movie is it.
Right.
And you can tell from,
That's a fun way to watch movies.
And most of the time, I'm really spot on with like, this is a quarter way into this movie, or this is at the 2/3 point,
No, it's fun to kind of find movies again that you've seen before.
Yeah.
I watched one the other day like that. It was like I had not watched it in a long time, and I was like halfway in, and I went, wow.
Yeah.
I think it was the movie with Adam Sandler where he plays a jeweler. What was that called?
Oh.
It's a hell of a movie.
Adam Sandler.
He's got to be really good.
He's a very decent actor.
He's a very decent actor.
You know,
yeah.
the times that the guys, you know, when we worked with him, you know, where he has a band on the set, featured in some of his movies. There's this whole series that he did, where, you know, parties at his house kind of thing. You know, we did one of those.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah, I forget what it was called. I know it the moment I hear it. I'm just not thinking. Oh, it's on a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
And that was the Giles Band?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But during that process, I got to watch him in action, because he directs his movies too. You know, he's quite a film guy.
Yeah.
And he directs them. And watching him give direction to an actor, I learned from watching him do that this guy knows his acting stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he knows how to make suggestions about, you know, or how to say something.
Right.
You know, and
it's
that's
kind of
the
like
thing.
being a good record producer.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah. And the thing of being a decent actor is, it's like being a musician.
Yeah.
You know,
very much.
Nuance really matters.
Right.
Really matters.
And underplaying sometimes.
Yeah.
Instead of overplaying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like
silences.
Yeah.
There's so many different.
And you wouldn't have known this. Like the first time I ever saw him was on Saturday Night Live.
Right. And it was
you know,
totally
he's
different.
just this crazy guy. You know.
Yeah. Right.
But seeing him actually and being involved with the movie thing, it's like, wow.
Interesting.
And a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we better get to the gig, buddy.
All right.